Peter, the revelation of your second job as Spider-Man suit crafter, is that the right term? Is a reminder of the good man and partner you are. No matter how hard you work, you still find time to help others. I hope you don't mind, but I noticed the suit was a bit damaged, and I took the liberty of sketching up some of my own improvements. Attached are a few ideas I had on how you could enhance his suit and help protect Spider-Man, who does so much for this city. Looking forward to the incredible work that we are doing and changing the world together. Your partner and friend, Otto. My doctors call it a degenerative neurological disorder. Probably caused by overexposure to toxic chemicals in my reckless youth.
I won't lose! This means too much to me!
Bring me the headpiece and we'll get started.
No! He always bounces back! He has to lose everything!
We've done enough testing! For the first time in my life, I don't feel like a failure. I feel like me. So I've been ruminating. Last night, I caught you unaware, and we had a rather awkward interaction. And I feel as if I need to acknowledge a couple of things. First, I just want to reinforce that it is completely okay for you to be doing this kind of work in the lab. Off the clock, of course. Secondly, this revelation of your second job as Spider-Man suit crafter, is that the right term? Has given me pause. I feel as if I've been treating you as an assistant. And I know I've been paying you as such. I will do my best to correct this. I may be older, I may have more experience, but you are not my assistant. You are my partner, my equal partner. Without you, I couldn't do what I do, and I don't tell you that enough. I probably shouldn't be telling you in an email, but, well, I'm not so good in the room, as they say. Anyway, as I saw you working on that suit, I was reminded of a study I read recently. Dr. Carla Sofin, in a study for the Pentagon, found that enemy soldiers can be influenced to sight on specific areas of a uniform if it has a pop of bold color. She proved, empirically, that their aim was manipulated by subtle color cues. So, if you made the spider on the chest white and larger, It could cause enemies to target the chest, and therefore make their attacks more predictable. Add armor to the chest and, well, you can figure out the rest. It's just a thought.
That was your grand plan?
It's over, Norman. Time to give them the truth.
You're a failure at life, love, career. You bring nothing but pain.
I needed your help. You failed. Say no more. Forget the mail. I'll get it later. I didn't want to burden you. And if I'm honest, telling you made my condition that much more real. I was afraid. Hello, Peter.
The world will know the truth before they mop you off the pavement.
Apparently not, judging by today's debacle.
You look tired, Parker.
It's become that obvious.
Peter? Peter! Why are you protecting him? You're wasting my time! On the contrary, I finally have clarity. How much is Osborn paying you to protect him? Stay away, Parker. I won't be sabotaged by you again.
I'm ready for the headpiece.
Osborn's doormat? I think of nothing else.
You haven't changed a bit.
I tried to warn you, Peter, but you didn't listen.
Well done. You obtain the natural treatment, but it won't be enough. And the level of toxin in your blood is rising. Giant scorpion tails? That's obvious. I'd hoped for something more interesting. You must have personal demons rearing their heads, ghosts from the past, or something equally Dickensian. Ah, Peter. Always trying to shoulder the responsibility, even when there's no hope. I can't tell you how many times your unfettered optimism has kept me going when things look bleak. I'll miss being with you. I really will. Of course. Supported me by selling my ideas to Norman, by sabotaging my greatest works. Don't think I didn't see. Don't think I didn't know. First and final warning.
You can't see the big picture. Your mind's too small.
It would overload our central power. So many possibilities. Do you think you can handle it? Not at all. Work will be waiting when you get back. Oscorp Science Center. Norman can't build anything without making sure his name's on it. Oscorp Science Center. Norman can't build anything without making sure his name's prominently displayed. Again? Peter, is something bigger going on? Perhaps at home? You know you can talk to me about it. Useless.
You're just a distraction.
Parker! Just in time to celebrate. Give it time, but not too much, or you'll die. Would you believe it's for welding? Provides remarkable magnetic insulation and limits cross-contamination between the neural interface and arms.
I can do this all day. I've lost all patience with you.
Excellent.
Was Norman Osborn worth dying for? Enough playing! What a rush!
I'll brew some fresh coffee.
Getting tired yet? I already know what I want. Now get out of my way before I really hurt you!
Oh, I almost forgot. The new spectrometer finally made it through customs. Could you stop by the P.O. box?
You should have let Osborn die!
Don't worry. Your secret's safe. Ready for your final act?
Ah, but it is me. The me polite society found inconvenient. The parts of myself I suppressed. But you helped me break those chains.
You're the only one who knows, Peter. I'd like to keep it that way. Another setback. But we're close.
Not yet.
Those were excused.
Peter, I saw you as a son. I should have known you'd turn on me, just like all the others.
Hello, Peter. I'll be just a minute.
Why won't you listen? You think I don't know what you're trying to do?
Peter, I need that headpiece.
You fight like a child! Now, the truth. I can do that all day! You kill that boy's parents!
Ah, I see. Thank you, Peter. Norman became more and more obsessed with genetics. He started a project I considered unethical. And there was this... Anyway, lawyers got involved. I chose to leave in exchange for a settlement. But that money didn't last very long. I've relied on grants ever since. If this project doesn't work...
You can't be faster than thought! I am saving them! Osborn will be the death of this city!
I had such high hopes for you, Peter. Such lofty ambitions. You could have been a great scientist. But you lacked will. Always scattered. Always late.
I'll turn over the anti-serum when Osborn pays for his crimes! Pathetic! Impossible!
That look on your face.
Once the city sees the truth, I'll gladly save them!
I'm so far ahead of you. This is insanity.
You're defending the indefensible!
It's time to show the world what we've done.
I warned you!
To changing the world. You kill them, and then you abandon him!
The weakling? The loser? No! And good riddance!
I'll keep at it. Work out some bugs.
Ready whenever you are, Parker.
If you'd like to seek a position with more of a future...
We could have saved the city together, Peter.
Of what? The vision to see what needs to be done? The will to do it? Peter, this revelation of your second job as Spider-Man suit crafter, is that the right term? Has given me pause. I feel as if I've been treating you as an assistant, and I know I've been paying you as such. I will do my best to correct this. I may be older, I may have more experience, but you are not my assistant. You are my partner. Anyway, as I saw you working on that suit, I had a few ideas. See attached.
You fight like a child!
So you can treat me like all the rest. Containing me, suffocating me? No, I will let my genius shine on its own. Get ready, Norman. Have I got plans for you?
You've made this personal!
Good luck, Peter. I'm afraid what you'll experience going forward will be much worse. And so will I.
You're delaying the inevitable!
I should have known you'd turn soft. Small minds always condemn the great ones. And when you finally rise up, those who kept you down are all the more desperate to discredit you. Tell them what you did.
I'm nothing like him! Nothing! You care so much for Osborn? Then precede him in death!
Waiting on you, Parker. A body. Oh, crap. That means... Peter, over here.
Imbecile! You forced me to this! Enough! You'll never understand!
We were lab partners in college. Became friends. Decided to start a business. We both had visions of changing the world, just in different ways. This is all your fault, Norman, you son of a...
Don't worry, the work will still be here when you get back.
I'm fine. Just put out that fire. Be sure to run a diagnostic on the control unit. Could be a short. Oh, Parker. If you want to change the world...
No!
I'll ask you to leave Peter out of this, please. He's young, still learning, but he's indispensable. A genius in the making. Safer? You've got no idea what I have planned for you. I haven't felt this confident since grad school. We're on the verge of something great. Okay, I think that should do it.
Don't worry, the city's in safe hands. Mine.
Everything you have is built on lies! Lies!
I expected so much more of you.
We have to stop this.
If a few have to die to stop that monster, so be it. To think I once respected you.
I know it's you, Peter.
I've lost patience with you.
Nicely done. There's no hope. But I can fix it. We can fix it. together. If you'll help me.
Idiot! Osborn's escaping! This is on your head!
It's been run and rerun. No foul-ups this time, Peter. Gallium! Genius! Never mind the risks. We'll work them out in time. Stop that right now! This is highly sensitive equipment. That's it. I'm calling the mayor's office directly. Of course. It's you. Well done! But we both know obtaining the components is the easy part. How will you mix them when you can't tell reality from madness?
The weakling? The loser? He's gone!
Yes.
Ah, no! No!
If you had been there for the grant committee, or for the pre-check, or for our endless fittings, if you had ever been there, maybe I wouldn't have had to take action.
Damn it!
It's just the hallucinations intensifying. You can get through this. Good work, Peter.
Stop lying! I see you have a new suit. It won't help.
Stay out of our way. This isn't about safety infractions, is it?
You should be on my side! That man is gone! I want nothing from you! You planned this! You're out to get me, just like the rest! Stop deluding yourself. You never help anyone. The poison isn't in you. You are the poison! Everyone you touch suffers! Liar!
Called in every last favor. Took out a few loans. It's like we're starting over once again. But this time's going to be different. Not yet. Watch my back. Check the neurosensors, would you? We need a faster response time.
Out of my way!
Why? I don't hate you, Spider-Man. I'll kill you if I must, but I really just want you out of the way. And this way, I learn so much. But have it your way.
You'll never understand! You haven't suffered like I have!
At Oscorp. You know, just yesterday, we saw an extraordinary reaction cascade in the Limbic Bridge.
Too slow, boy! I can't let him win again! He'll be the death of us all! But it is for you!
Oh, you will imagine things. But I assure you, it's me. I'm quite curious how your enhanced constitution responds to the toxin. You know, the microcables we use to simulate musculature could easily be arranged into simple shapes. Wrenches, hammers, a toolbox literally at your fingertips. I won't let you win.
Because it's finally my time! Her!
You should give up. Have the hallucinations begun yet? You failed me.
You stole my company! My ideas!
But what? Excuses. Endless excuses. I didn't hire a research assistant. I hired a lazy leech. A boy playing at being a man.
I have no weaknesses!
You have to be the kind of man who can make the hardest decisions.
Don't you know when you've lost? If you let Norman win, he will destroy this city!
That's how you know we're progressing. Out of the ashes of failure, great science is born. You already are. The worst part is, it only affects the muscles. The mind continues to work, but it can no longer do. Norman. Not a problem. Have fun. Oh, no.
Osborn's the criminal, not me!
You can't win, Peter. Need some help, Peter? Like I did before the neural interface affected my mind? Isn't it a striking change now that you're aware of it?
I suppose this was inevitable.
Here's the interesting part. What you see may not be real, but thanks to the neurotoxin's effect on your heart, it can kill you. Much like the belief that if you die in a dream, you die in reality.
I will cure the city after I bring down Osborn!
Defense prototypes. Fascinating, really. AIM has requested a number of samples of my work. Who am I to deny them my genius? Ha! Kidding, of course.
You covered it up!
Bullied me into silence. I'm done, Norman. I can't do it anymore.
Osborn's the criminal! Why are you doing this to me? Just listen to me! You don't have to!
And your work on the neural web was the key.
bastard!
Peter, where are you going? I know your secrets.
Osborn stole my life's work! I have nothing left to throw away!
Okay, see you later. Oh, why don't you do the honors this time? I need the headpiece before we can start the test. And do what? Crawl back to that pitiful lab? Toss tennis balls with my incompetent assistant? No! Now it is my time for greatness. You'll not hold me back again.
Yes! At long last, I am shaping the world, not letting it shape me. People die every day under Osborn's thumb!
Remarkable. We're on the cusp of a new era.
That's because men like us have a duty, a responsibility, to use our talents in the service of others, even if they don't appreciate it. Can't you see you're his puppet?
I'd call that a mild success.
You think you know?
I'm coming for you, Norman. Just try to stop me. No worries, Peter. I was thinking of taking a break myself. As soon as I check our telemetry data. Oh, come on, Parker, it's obvious.
You never should have turned on me. That man is gone. You can't save me, Peter. You brought this on yourself.
We're gonna be on top again. You're too late. Just as you were too late to help me. I see. Well, as long as you get your work done. Eventually. Let's get started, shall we? Thank you again, Peter. Don't know what I'd do without you. The grant committee's director will be here soon. It's fine, Parker. I invented this equipment. I think I can handle it.
You're too stubborn to reason with. You're protecting a monster.
Chinese. If I know you'd be here, I would have... What are you working on? It was a good joke, Parker. Just a bit of an overreaction on my part. Like I did before the neural interface affected my mind? My obsessions were always there, but the interface allowed me to fully embrace them.
Go! You dare!
And results you'll have. Trust me, our work grows more promising every day. Just like a natural arm. You think of what you want it to do, and...
You caused this! What are you...
We'll talk later. My condition is worsening, but I choose to view it as a challenge. Extra incentive to push forward. Just getting started. You know, until now, we've been looking at prosthetics from the wrong perspective. Why restore people to what they were when we can make them better?
You left me no other choice. You're not very good at this. Give up!
Peter, there's no we. Without the grant from the city, I can no longer pay you.
My arms!
Oh, Peter, before I forget, I read the most fascinating article. Outlines possible next steps for the neural interface.
Osborn's a madman. He doesn't care who suffers.
Next step, neural interface.
Liar! He never suffers consequences. No matter what he does, he walks away scot-free. You're wasting my time.
I'm half the reason it's called Oscorp. In grad school, everyone called us the O's. Add Corp to that, and, well, it is a catchy name. There's nothing you can do. One step closer to greatness. Norman, what do you think you're doing?
Bastard!
All science is built on risk. Better to embrace it than run from it. I'm ready to start. You have other problems now. Even if you get the plant, it'll provide only temporary relief. Remember, your own mind is your worst enemy. Don't let your doubts kill you. Everything has problems if you look hard enough. But fortune favors the bold. What's the status on the headpiece, Peter? Morning, Parker. Or is it evening? That doesn't matter. Try to get it under 3 milliseconds.
Such a disappointment. Parker.
The energy levels exceeded our expectations. From a certain viewpoint, that's a very positive development. Good to see you, Peter. Maybe you should take the rest of the day off, Peter. You mean the neural web you helped create. The hard truth is, you did this to me. Without your help, I would have never done any of those terrible things. Good luck. I wish I could offer you more help. Stay strong, Peter. All these years. All these lies. I need some time to think. If I were you, I'd look for a new job. You're fighting the wrong man.
You act without thinking! Can't you see I planned for this? I'll cure the city after I bring down Osborn! Liar! Just like Osborn! Nothing but lies! Enough of this!
Neurotransmission speeds under 1 nanosecond. Faster than signals travel inside the brain. Never mind to an external prosthesis.
No! He always bounces back! He has to lose everything!
I saw you, Peter, taking notes, stealing ideas, a rat in my own lab. To think I called you a friend.
I'll turn over the anti-serum when Osborn admits the truth!
This means too much to me! Not yet.
No one regrets that more than I! But it's necessary to ensure a better future!
I assure you, in the next phase. When will it be ready? Intracranial neural network. Big, yes, but essential. If our prosthesis is anything less than effortless to use, we'll have failed. We'll get there, Peter. We have to. Finally. Finally. Speak of the devil. You've let everyone down. I hate the dentist. Well, I guess I'll see you later then. You drove me insane. Ah, to be young again. Well, enjoy it while it lasts.
In the end, a noble cause will always triumph!
Parker!
Yes! And Osborn will have to answer for every one of them!
Well, I'll leave you to it. You can't imagine how satisfying it is. Each of you has a job to do. Your debts will be repaid when we're done. Quite the social calendar you have. Well, have fun. We have to do what's best for those beneath us, whether they understand it or not.
You hit me! Another death on Osborn's head.
Okay, good luck. This is it, Peter. Our breakthrough. The neural interface will put Octavius Industries on the map. You have no idea what you're in for.
And I was never able to help them because of Osborn and those like him. You're pathetic. You've been with Osborn from the start, haven't you?
I think not.
I knew you were laughing at me. All of you, behind my back. Everything that happens now is your fault.
You're just like Osborn, trying to steal my genius.
This is justice. Retribution. Everyone who betrayed me has to suffer!
You're in my domain now.
You'll beg me for salvation, but it will be too late!
No. Martin needs no assistance to secure the anti-serum. Icarus was a ruse to get you into position. How many men would you need? Well, let's count the steps. First, some kind of disaster. A hurricane, an earthquake, or a plague. Yes. Perhaps a plague made in Oscorp's own labs. Even better. Next, targeted assaults on Oscorp's power grid and emergency relief. Send the city into chaos. Let the people see how deeply Norman has failed them. Last, you'd need to deal with Spider-Man somehow. Maybe not kill, but slow down. Yes. Yes. You wouldn't need many. Just a handful of men. The right men. No more than a half dozen. A dirty half dozen. A sinister 6. It would be so easy. Trivial, even. Oscorp has snaked itself throughout the city. Power, communication, public safety. Norman has made his company essential, and yet it's so fragile. Built only to make himself powerful, not to protect the city or its people. If a disaster were to occur, and a few small pressure points were tweaked, it would all fall apart. Absolute pandemonium. The facade of Oscorp, of Norman, would fall away, and the public would see him for what he is. A leech on their lives. A monster exploiting them for his own gain. Yes. Just a few simple steps, and he would be ruined forever. It would be so easy. Effortless. This is my final recording. I'm abandoning the lab. Win or lose, I will not return. Peter, if you're listening to this, and I do hope it's you who finds these, Peter, not the police or, God forbid, Norman, please know that I did what I thought was just. It may have been extreme, but when it comes to Norman, half measures will never do. I hope you can find a way to see that. Of all that I risk by taking this next step, the loss of your friendship would pain me the most, Peter. I hope that if we meet again, when we meet again, it will not be on opposite sides. Hurting you would be nearly too much to bear. Parker. Always listening, aren't you? Always observing, memorizing, stealing. Who have you told about the neural interface, About my work? Well, it stops here, Parker. I trusted you. But instead of recognizing my genius, what did you do? Tried to tear it down. Accused it of flaws. There are no flaws. It's a thing of beauty. A perfect extension of the mind itself into the world. Thought given form by these incredible arms. And I have only one thought on my mind now. Norman's reputation lying in tatters before me. Time to give it shape. Pure energy. What a request. My dear Max, I must tell you, when you first conveyed your dream to me, I thought you more than a bit mad. Who would want to become pure energy? Never mind how it might be accomplished. But as I dove deeper into the problem, I must admit, your goal captured my own imagination. I now believe that with the help of a few small modifications to your hardware and enough raw power to catalyze, perhaps from a convenient Oscorp source, we might achieve both our goals at once. You will be pure energy, Max, or so close to it as to make the difference irrelevant. Norman. Feel like I can't turn around without seeing his face on TV, billboards, and newspapers. I've spent decades extricating myself from his grip, but somehow he keeps holding on, trying to control me. He smiles for the cameras, collects his accolades, and keeps his boot heel pressed against my neck. Why can't anyone else see how selfish he is, how reckless, how evil? It's like they're blind to who he really is, blind to the danger he poses. If only they could be made to see the Norman I know, the man behind the mask. Martin has been arrested. Norman looks pleased, believes he's safe. He has no idea. He's just put all the rotten eggs a man might need into a single basket. With Martin in raft, alongside Scorpion, Rhino, Vulture, and Electro, a single swift kick is all it would take to send those eggs tumbling down the hill, straight at Oscorp and Norman. Yes, just one small kick. I think it's time for me to lace up my boots and climb the hill. To sleep, perchance to dream. There's the rub indeed, eh, Adrian? What bitter irony that your marvelous wings, the very things that freed you from the chains of this earth, should have wrought such horrors on your body. Thankfully, you are now working for the world's foremost pioneer in life-saving biomedical advancements, Otto Octavius. When our work with Oscorp is settled, The treatment I've developed will cure you of this insidious cancer. You won't shuffle off this mortal coil just yet, my friend. Today's the day. Grant review. We're ready. The work has progressed at a remarkable pace. I honestly never thought we'd get the tensile actuator back to an acceptable tolerance. But Parker, the boy has an eye for guerrilla science like none other. Just as I was ready to order a custom machine replacement part, he returned from the hardware store with a bottle of solvent and a toothbrush. Bang! Actuator problem resolved. The boy is a genius. A chronically late genius. It's already 10 after. Where is he? Surely he couldn't have forgotten today's review. The device will need 2 parts to function. The first will be an entirely original prosthesis, a modular system of microcables able to take on any number of forms, whatever the user can imagine. The second part, and this, Peter, is the true genius, is a direct neural interface, a direct tap straight into the basal ganglia. Unleash the brain. From your mind to reality. This goes beyond limb replacement, Peter. This will free all of us from the shackles of our bodies. Like your webbed friend, soon we'll all be capable of living our most amazing fantasies. It may surprise you to hear, Alexei, but I've followed your career with great interest. Even during my civilian life, I was struck by the contradiction of your character. The world sees you as a witless dullard. I see a warrior with a poet's heart. I know you desire freedom from the battle suit you're sealed inside, and I believe I have a means to achieve that end. A novel corrosive agent that should cut through even your nearly impenetrable hide. Help me achieve my goals, and freedom shall be yours. Well now, Mac, it's rare for me to say this, but clearing away your gambling debts was more of a challenge than I had anticipated. Quite tasking, in fact. You are in arrears to some demanding individuals. But after a bit of maneuvering on my part, I can confidently say that once the reservoir job is finished, your off-the-books financial obligations will be finished as well. Otto Octavius is nothing if not persuasive. Peter is starting to suspect. He hides it, but I can tell. He's seen my twitch, noticed the decay of my fine motor control. Well, I'm the one who wanted a genius for an assistant. Of course he knows. I just need more time. My work can improve millions of lives. Save millions of lives. It can also save my own. I just need more time. How many men would I need? Well, let's see. First, some kind of disaster. A hurricane, an earthquake, or a plague. Next, assaults on Oscorp's power grid and emergency relief. Send the city into chaos. Let the people see the truth about Norman. Yes, just a handful of men. No more than a half dozen. A sinister 6. Peter. Oh, Peter. Don't even know why I'm bothering to record this. Norman has neutered us, and soon the lab will be out of funds. We were on the verge of such great things. If we had just a bit more time and money, I know all the ideas in our heads would have come pouring. Wait. Ideas in our heads. My God, Peter, that's it! Oscorp has snaked itself throughout the city. Power, communication, public safety. Norman made his company essential, but also fragile. If a disaster were to occur, and a few small pressure points were tweaked, it would all fall apart. The public would see Norman for what he is, a leech on their lives. Yes, just a few simple steps, and he would be ruined forever. This is my final recording. Peter, if you're listening to this, please know that I did what I thought was just. It may have been extreme, but when it comes to Norman, half measures will never do. Of all that I risk by taking this next step, The loss of our friendship will pain me the most. I hope that if we meet again, it will not be on opposite sides.
Peter, I've had an epiphany. It's all about the mind. Take me, for example. A mind of unlimited potential, shackled to a tired, old body. Think of what that mind could achieve if it were freed. In developing our neural interface, we need to think beyond replicating the tired putterings of our physical forms. Instead, reach into imagination and possibility. Reach into the mind.
Parker, we've been focused on limb replacement, connecting nerves at severed extremities, replicating the function of lost appendages. But what if instead we gave people something they've never seen? Something straight from the mind. Unchain all of us from the bodies we've been born with, and instead unleash the awesome power of our minds. Oh, Martin, when I first realized it was you targeting Osborn these past weeks, I was shocked and saddened. But then, as the situation evolved before my eyes, I felt inspired. You took the bold steps I had always dreamed of, Martin, and you took them without hesitation. I am honored now to join you on this path towards true justice. Parker says the interface is dangerous, but the boy's a neophyte. Never truly created anything. Thinks we can stay on the sidelines, avoiding the mud. Men died to found this nation. They died to get us to the moon. Every great push forward demands blood. And this next push, this push to rid ourselves of Norman's stink, it may yet be the bloodiest of them all.
Peter, just had a thought. A few years back, I was hired by a plastics firm to engineer a high-velocity extruder to speed up their assembly line. I'm assuming your special friend employs a pressure vessel for his webs. Well, I discovered if you add vents to both sides of the heating jacket, the pressure vessel will release with double the velocity and, well, maybe I should just send you the plans.
It's rare for me to admit this, Mr. Gargan. Clearing your debts was more difficult than I anticipated. You're in arrears to some demanding individuals. But once the reservoir job is finished, your financial obligations will be finished as well. Otto Octavius is nothing if not persuasive.
Parker, I wanted to thank you. Your work on the neural interface has been invaluable. I wish you could see what that means right now. But it's beginning to dawn on me just how powerful and insidious the forces arrayed against true visionaries are. I promise you, though, it won't be long. Success will come, whatever it takes. Sorry to call so late. My mind's bursting with ideas. We've been thinking too small, Peter. Why replace missing limbs with facsimiles when we can improve upon them? People who've lost an arm understandably want it back, but we can give them something better. The human body doesn't need to be our default. We can go so far beyond it. Just some thoughts to conjure with.
Norman. Feel like I can't turn around without seeing his face. He smiles for the cameras, collects his accolades, and keeps his boot heel pressed against my neck. Why can't anyone else see how selfish he is? How reckless? How evil? If only they could be made to see the Norman I know. The man behind the mask. Peter, thank you again for doing these blind reviews. Peer review is the backbone of great science. You know, as we've prepped for the upcoming fitting, I felt an itch in the back of my brain. Is this really the best method of limb replacement? Silly, I know, but I keep thinking, might there be another way? Damn it! Why do I keep repeating the same mistake over and over? Norman Osborn cannot be trusted. In matters large and small, if Norman has the chance to profit off another man's loss, he'll take it. It's infuriating. Someday I'll turn the tables. I'll teach Norman what it is to feel helpless and small. Max, when you first conveyed your dream to me, I thought you insane. Pure energy. But as I dove deeper into the problem, I discovered a way to give us both what we desire. I promise you, when we are done, you will be pure energy. Or so close to it as to make the difference irrelevant. Adrian, What bitter irony that your miraculous wings should have brought such horrors on your body. Thankfully, you are now working for me. When our work is settled, the treatment I've developed will cure you. You won't shuffle off this mortal coil just yet, my friend. Alexei, I've followed your career with great interest. The world sees you as a witless dullard. I see a warrior with a poet's heart. I know you desire freedom from the battlesuit you're sealed inside. Help me achieve my goals, and freedom shall be yours. In some sad, sick way, the City Hall attack may have done some good. Norman's approval ratings are sinking. The people are starting to realize their beloved mayor only cares about himself. Sometimes it takes a tragedy to wake people up to the truth, to finally see the monster they themselves elected.
Peter, I wanted to make sure you're still available. I can't pay you yet, but I've pulled enough strings to keep the wolves from the door a bit longer. If we can get up and running, I know this new version of the project will attract investment. Massive investment. Stay ready. Peter, I don't want to jinx us, but the lead I'm following might not only get the project back on its feet, but also expand it in ways we never could have imagined. Everything happens for a reason, even Norman pulling our plug.
The grant review was a debacle, yes, but it may also prove to be the inspiration I need. We can no longer simply meet the committee's expectations. We must exceed them.
That buffoon Jameson and his audience of sheep? Please. The people who do great things in this world are those who don't let bullies like him stand in their way. People like us. Not at all. I must admit the thought of Spider-Man employing one of my ideas is sort of exciting. Anyway, back to work. If you knew half of what that man has done, the lives he's ruined, you would not wonder. Norman deserves to fall. Martin and I are providing the push. Peter, I might have been a bit hasty advising you to find another job. I have a plan. Give me a bit of time. We may yet live to invent another day. I'll settle for not starting any more fires. See you tomorrow, Peter. Here's to a successful day. I'm done, Norman. Consider this my resignation. What happened to that boy was... When the ends are the same, what's the difference? The clock is ticking, Alexei. Your suit stays on unless those supply lines go down. Hurry. I have all the help I need, and we will not stop until Norman gets what he deserves. This is my defining moment. Can't wait to show you. Peter, it's Dr. Octavius. Parker, exciting news. Come by the lab. Alexei? Alexei, where are you? The depots still stand. This was not our arrangement. I would have restored the power. Provisionally, as long as our little incident escaped the mayor's attention. You'll be at the fitting tomorrow? Martin Lee is a friend, never a pawn. We see eye to eye. Exciting news, Parker. We're back in business. Peter, good news. I think I smoothed things over with the grant committee. If Lance Corporal Texador's fitting tomorrow goes well, we should be okay. Peter, I'm about to begin another test. Parker, I was expecting you at work 15 minutes ago. Please tell me you're on your way. If you really cared about this city, you'd be helping me expose Osborn for the criminal he is. Where are you? We must run through the demonstration at least once before the grant committee arrives. Parker, just a reminder, I need you at work 15 minutes early this morning. Please don't let me down. You know how important today is. No, I'm stepping out for dinner anyhow. We'll resume tomorrow. Short break, then back to creating the future. Come on by when you get a chance. Can't wait to show you. Guess I'll just do it myself. This tardiness is starting to become a pattern. Come on, Parker. You're better than this.